the channel. I hope you're all doing well, taking care, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make super gorgeous and trendy crystal chip bracelets. Also, remember, we are having a 30% off on all jewelry with the discount code LOVEYOU. It's gonna last until February 14. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. So let's get on with the tutorial. Here are the materials that you're going to need: a lobster clasp, chain extender, crimp beads, and jump rings. Also, you need your basic pliers and beads of your preference. And most importantly, do not forget your cord and a clip to hold the beads on the string. Now you're gonna cut a piece of the cord of your choice. I just measure it around my wrist for reference. I don't have any specific sizing, and I just cut this up. After cutting it, I went ahead and added a clip on one of the ends so the beads do not fall out. This is a super good life hack too for any bracelet or any beaded jewelry. Now you're just gonna go and add all of your beads. This is gonna take a little while, but just make sure that your wire is cut perfectly, or else the beads are not gonna fit. With this piece, I didn't have any specific pattern. I just started adding beads how many I wanted and the colors I wanted, because I don't know, with bracelets you can just be as creative as you want. So feel free to experiment with patterns or random colors or any kind of bead that you want. This is what we have for now, and it's time to speed this up. Now that all the beads were added, this is a very important part. This is where you add your crimp bead and jump rings to crimp both sides, and finally add your clasp and your extender to finish the piece. First, add your crimp bead to one of the sides. This is a little tube crimp bead. They also sell normal shaped crimp beads, just a crimp bead of your choice. Then you're simply gonna add a little jump ring, and then you're gonna do a loop. You're gonna thread the other side through the crimp bead. It's just basically gonna create a little loop that's gonna keep everything in place, and you will see right here. At least for this side, there might be some space left, but it's gonna be covered when we do the other side, which is basically doing the same thing. And just remember to press your crimp bead really rough with your pliers to make sure that nothing falls out of place. This is just a very simple way to finish any cord, necklaces, bracelets, and any other pieces that you like to do this way. I just find it super safe. It's super secure. You can go ahead and test it out. It's not gonna fall off. Here, try not to leave space. It's gonna take you a while to learn how to loop it properly. It takes me time still. Just take your time to adjust. Be very patient with this, because if you leave a space, it's just gonna be a little weird, awkward gap, and you don't want your customers to have a very loose looking bracelet. Now this is what we have. You're gonna cut the excess off. You can also remeasure it around your wrist just to be sure of everything. Other people do measurements, but I'm a bit lazy for that, so I just kind of cut a lot and just use my own wrist for reference, because since we're adding an extender, I don't think there will be any problem for people that have a little bit of a wider wrist. So remember to add your lobster clasp. Do not forget to add your lobster clasp. It has happened to me, sometimes I forget it, and it's super easy. You just open your jump ring, add it, or you can add it before on the jump ring. It's just I do it this way because it's a little bit simpler for me and a little bit quicker. Just like this, the piece is almost finished. I really like it. I didn't think it would look this good, but it really does, and accompanied by a watch. I don't know, just any bracelet accompanied by a watch looks so beautiful. These kinds of bracelets are very strong, and the only thing that could possibly quote-unquote break would be the crystal chips that I used here, because crystal chips obviously are fragile, and I don't think anybody would purposely drop their bracelets, so there's no problem with that. I added a little chain extender piece, just a little bit, because this bracelet is already wide enough, so I don't think there will be any problem with people using it or wearing it or styling it however they want. Just like that, the bracelet is done. I really hope you all liked it, and let me know in the comments if you would recreate this bracelet. How would you do it? Do you do things differently? It looks so beautiful and special, and I think it would make a perfect Valentine's gift for any person. It's just an elegant look. Well, you have all reached the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Remember to leave a comment. Comment if you recreate these beautiful bracelets. What do you think of them? I always love to hear your feedback. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And I'll see you all next week. Bye!